It's Holy Christ time, folks. Why? Because this is NAWA. I'm a bit late. I think in 2 days' time they'll have a new episode out, won't they? So I can only apologise. But Will Maguire and Dre White versus Love Machine, and Elliot Shock is just great. A great way to start. Michael Elliott is not with Curtis Robertson because he's getting ready to defend the tag team championships against two of the Allens from Allentown, where the water flows like wine, and the wine is very watery. Anyway, it's rather good, this first match. Here's some of the action from it that ensued. A drop kick from Love Machine. Will Maguire, that's right. Shock has to break up the cover. I like the way that Shock hits the face and a choke. There's a slam into a Love Machine splash for a 2 count. They're working well together. To say they generally haven't worked together. Then there's a Love Machine headlock, which is worked into a Shock boot. A suplex from Love Machine and a tight headlock, which is worked too. Crossbody, but he hits him and rolls off him, so he doesn't stay there for the pin. And that's a problem for Love Machine, you see. Then we get a tag, a big hot tag, and a too close drop kick from Dre White. It did look like he just got a bit too close to his man. And a swinging fisherman buster, nicely called by Michael Elliott. Holy Christ! And there you get the pin. It was rather good. But the main event, and I know it's the main event because it's the last thing this week, see, at Open Tap, the brewery, is VSP. That would be Mike Mann and Curtis Robertson. Tag team champions versus Robert and Mason, the Allens. And manager Tommy Thomas guarantees VSP a victory. It's a slightly confused promo from earlier on. It's okay, but he does get involved in this match and he's needed by VSP because, that's why Curtis Robertson ain't there. He's got to prepare. He ain't there because he's got to prepare. So he really does need to make sure he's on the top quality for this, because the Allens are a tough team. They really are. Apparently, Allentown is one of the most hated towns in America, and VSP are two scumbags as well, says Michael. So I think he's wondering who we might cheer for. I think the crowd are cheering for the Allens. At one point here, VSP are not very well liked, are they? Anyway, it's fast stuff here. There's a Mason flip out of the corner. Into a Robert Allen elbow for a 2 count. Mon catches Mason, gets a slam into Curtis for a delayed slam. And then it's Mike Mon, isn't it? Slams, no, is it? No, it's Mason. Slams Robert Allen, his brother, his bro, onto Curtis. And then kind of forces him into their own corner. Good tag team works. We can't tag, you see. Can't get that hot tag to Mike Mon. Yeah, absolutely. So then Mason's in with a double leg sweep. No, he didn't get the double. He did it with his bro. He didn't sweep with both of his legs. No, that wouldn't have been very good at all. And Curtis Robertson has to grab the ropes. Just a throwback. And then we've got Holy Christ for a flare spot off the top. You see what happened was, I think it's Mason walks the apron from one corner to the other, gets off, and he gets on the top and he's thrown off. Lovely. I like it very much indeed. Then they fight in the crowd at Open Tap, and they do get back in for a Robert Allen flapjack. Mon gets his foot on the ropes. They're really having it taken into them at this point. But Curtis is back with a drop kick and 3, yes, count them, 3 drop kick, elbow drops, not drop kick, elbow drops, drop kick, elbow drops for a 2 count of his own. Then he gets the delayed slam, and there's a more elbow drop, a headlock, which is nicely worked. I do like the way that Curtis prevents Robert Allen's tag, because turnabout is fair play, isn't it? There were shots from him, and the manager, Mr. Thomas, Tommy Thomas, chokes Robert Allen, and I don't really mind because Robert Allen's not a very nice well, the Allens are not a very nice tag team, are they? They're not a very nice family team. They don't have family values, do they? Some kind of family values, but a lot of families have values. The Manson family had values, but we don't really want to talk about that, do we? Anyway, I do like the double top wrist lock and Robert Allen pulling them both over for a hot tag. I like that. He rolls with them. That's very nice. Mason takes both of them on for the hot tag. Gets the uppercuts. There is a splash or a run into the corner, and Curtis splashes his own partner. Then there's a Mason Allen Death Valley driver. Curtis kicks out. Fantastic. Mon then pulls Mason Allen off the top rope or off the top turnbuckle. There's a Mason jawbreaker into a Robert Allen flapjack. But Curtis, it's on Mon, and he's not the legal man. Curtis is legal. Thomas trips Robert Allen, and VSP finish it up for the pin. They needed help, and I thought they might. But it's that wrestling acumen. Like Murphy Costigan, folks. The Lord, where you are in the ring. You use everything you can, so you don't lose everything you've got. And that is why VSP are a supreme tag team. And this is an example of why NAWA are a supreme wrestling promotion. Ta-ta.